Good morning, Rena Batt. How are you?
Good morning, Liz. I'm good. You're looking good today.
You too. I love your
We both have
scarf.
our scarves on
Look
and
at
our
that.
glasses on, and
I know. Look at us, eh?
we're like a
W-
couple of twins here.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everyone. This is Liz Nicholls, and I'm interviewing Rena Batt today. Actually, I interview her pretty much every week. I love our conversation. She's a wealth of information. And today's topic is going to be around alkalinity. I believe you mentioned it's going to be the 15 signs of our body not being alkaline that we're going to talk about today. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so what I'm going to do, everybody, is pass this over to Rena, and she's going to talk about alkalinity today.
Thank you, Liz, and thanks again for having me. It's always fun to get together with you. Our pre-conversations are pretty fun. We get along great. So today I found an article that was the 15 signs that indicate your body is too acidic. And most of this is really apparent when you look at someone's blood like I do with my microscope. But your blood, let's just talk about the fluids in your body, transport the oxygen and the secretions. So you've got things that are positive in your bloodstream, like oxygen and hydrogen, and then you've got the negative. You've got the toxins and the waste, and so your bloodstream has to continually work at keeping its balance so that it doesn't dip down into that acidic and then not be able to recover. And so the wonderful thing about our bodies is that it has a natural way of doing that. However, it does rob the bones to buffer the acid that we incur during the day. And I'm just going to say, in the morning we wake up and we're as alkaline as we're going to be that day. If you wake up and you're already acidic, you're going downhill. So there's little pH papers you can get. And I can actually give you the information, Liz, so we can post that on this video. Little pH papers, they're yellow, you stick them on your tongue, and when they come out, they're supposed to be blue and dark blue. And if they start out yellow, if they don't turn, you got some work to do to get your body back in balance. So I've tested a lot of pHs in my, with those little papers, and also with my microscope and testing people's blood. And the body just has to work so hard at detoxing and getting itself in balance. But today I'm going to just give a little list of the things that are indicators, without that pH paper, that are indicators of your acid load. And number one is excess weight. Acids and toxins store in the fat, and when you've got too many toxins, your body can't alkalize. Your body has a really hard time alkalizing, and you gain weight. And so excess weight that you don't want to have on there is an indicator that you're accumulating toxins and becoming acidic. Weak bones, people who have osteoporosis are always very acidic, because that's the indicator, I told you before, that the body robs the bones to buffer all the acids. Whether it's, what are your acids from? Why are you getting acidic? Probably consumption of the wrong kinds of foods, sugar, sodas, alcohol, too much coffee, dairy, meat. All these things can add to an acid load, and not enough of the other things, fruits, vegetables, water. There's just a balance that we get out of, and it causes that pH to go down. And dental problems is number 3. And that was an indicator to me that I was extremely acidic, is because I was losing my teeth. I lost one. And so I just can't believe that happened to me. My teeth are very, very healthy now. I'm no longer acidic. I'm no longer losing teeth. And fatigue, number 4. Fatigue is an indicator, because you may be dehydrated, and dehydration is another indicator, but you feel fatigue. When even if it's autoimmune deficiencies, which cause fatigue as well, getting your pH up and getting more alkaline foods and mineral-rich water, and those kinds of things. And things like prayer, those are alkalizing. Meditation's alkalizing. Taking a walk is alkalizing. It's, it's not just about food. Taking a lot of medications is acidifying. So the fewer medications you take, and you have to be kind of focused on it. And people who are intent on doing it usually are able to accomplish it. Was able to accomplish it with very little difficulty. One of my worst things I did was drink soda, and I didn't drink any water. I made that one change, and my body completely reversed a lot of things. Skin problems, whether it's eczema or just rashes, which very much can come from a digestive issue as well. But usually when your body is acidic, it's storing toxins somewhere, and it pops out in the skin. Itchy and rashes. Scaly can be part of that. Muscle pain, maybe you're having cramps. That's a mineral deficiency, which is also a part of being acidic. If you're mineral deficient, you are acidic. Our foods are grown in mineral deficient soils. Most of the vegetables and fruits that we consume don't have enough minerals in them. So we should supplement with minerals. People say, oh, I take my multivitamin. Do you take a multi-mineral? That's really important, especially as we get older. And then sleeplessness, and I kind of hit on that earlier. You go to bed, by the end of the day, you crash. But your body has to work so hard at night to overcome what we've done to it. Whether we've been exposed to toxins, or whether we haven't drank enough water. Just all these little things that add up to sleeplessness. I'm not saying I've never had a sleepless night, but the answer is not taking a sleeping pill. That's adding to the acid load. And it's also kind of messing up your brain because it's a toxin. So sleeplessness, as I've said before, you're at the bottom of the pH scale for that particular day. So you want to kind of drink some mineral water, drink some mineralized water, or before you go to bed. I know somebody says, I have to get up and go to the bathroom. Yes, you will. And that's okay, because you'll float right back to sleep. It really helps with the fatigue and relaxing. Calcium is really good for that, which mineralized water has that. And then keeping yourself hydrated. I've already mentioned that a little bit, but very important to drink enough water to let your cells wash themselves. You can think of it as your internal bath. If you don't take a bath in Coca-Cola, no, or beer, no, or Monster drink, or whatever they call it. So no. And then eat organic, and eat a lot of greens, green juice. So you can supplement with greens as well. I love my salad, my daily giant salad. My body stays regular with that kind of, and stays alkaline with, and then, things like, you have to look at those salad dressings and things that you put on your salad. They can be tip you over as well with toxins in the chemicals, or just if it's a dairy product. Shortness of breath. I'm just going to go through these quickly. Headaches, and that could be for a number of reasons, but usually it's toxin buildup up, and even dehydration. And breathing problems. I had asthma. I have not had a single asthma attack since I became alkaline. And one day, I was early on in my recovery time, I was going to take a trip, and I hadn't had an allergy attack for a while, but I thought, oh, well, I better take my inhaler. That might, in case if I'm gone, I won't have to worry about it. And I called a biochemist, actually, who was with our company, and I said, I'm really concerned. I haven't had an asthma attack for a long time, but I'm taking this trip. Do you think I'll need to take my inhaler? And he goes, Rena, are you alkaline? And I says, yes, I am. And he goes, you're never going to have asthma again. And I haven't. And he's, you know, it was like, okay. I just have never had another medication since. I used to have antibiotics all the time. I mean, I always have, people don't believe it when they see, wow, you know, she's in her mid 70s and she's not taking any medications and she's physically active. You know, I try to stay busy physically and mentally, but it's not, I don't think it's just because I was born into a particular family. I think I was very sick early and now I no longer am because I made some changes in my life. So there
That's
you go.
incredible. You know, it's interesting because I took medications for so many years for the epilepsy, and I know they must have been really toxic. And it wasn't just one medication. Sometimes it was two or three, depending, you know, on the severity of what was going on. And I remember you and I talked years ago about the alkalinity, and I think I'd mentioned to you that I had my bone density was dropping, and I was going to the hospital to meet with a specialist there, and the bone density was dropping quite quickly, and so you know, it was like, whoa, you know, turn around. So I reached out to you, and we did some work around that, and I started supplementing my diet to become more alkaline, et cetera, and pumping these minerals in. And I went back, I think it was about 2 years later, because I got to see this head specialist at the big hospital here. And they said to me, so, you know, kind of why are you here? And I said, well, you know, my bone density. And she goes, well, according to me, you did have osteoporosis, like you had osteoporosis, but in your recent testing, your bone density is normal. So quite honestly, I'm not sure why you're here. You don't need to be here. You've got normal bone density. And she said, so what did you change in your diet or what was going on? So we went through the whole gamut of things. And the only thing that was different in that 2 years that her and I could figure out was that I'd been supplementing and taking minerals, actually that I bought through you, taking these minerals, and my bone density had come back. And that was the only thing we could figure out that had made a difference. There was no dietary changes or anything. I used kind of like a bit of a rebounder or those machines that vibrated, but I'd done that a bit, but taking these minerals. And she said, you know what, I have to be honest, you don't need to come back. Your bone density is normal and you're good to go. And we both looked at each other like, you know, and that was the difference. It was a little bit of exercise on a vibration machine. I'm not sure what they're called. Um, and the mineral supplementation, but that was it for making the difference. So I don't have osteoporosis. I'm going to be 65, and I've maintained trying to keep alkaline and taking my minerals. And now my whole thing is around getting toxicity out of my body, because obviously haven't been looking after my health that well the last years. So I've been too focused on work. And the next is to keep alkaline and then to remove the toxicity, which I know there's buildups. I'm carrying a lot of extra weight. And I bet you on that list of, what was it, 15 things, there's 3 or 4 that really, really resonate with me, maybe 5. That were real wake-up calls for me around making sure you are doing your supplementation. I do a greens drink. I do mineral supplication. What's it called? Supplementation. Yeah. So those are 2 of the things I do. And then I'm getting more into more organic foods and products and things like that. And again, thanks to you, because a lot of what I'm implementing and have been implementing over the years is information I've learned from you and others as well, but mostly you, around being alkaline, trying to get rid of the toxicity. And for me, I'm on this thing now where it's keep alkaline, eat organic, eat well, get rid of the toxins. So, because I plan to be around another 30 years and I'm going to do it healthy, right?
Yeah.
So I have
Right.
huge thanks and gratitude to you. Oh my gosh, huge gratitude and thanks to you around this education.
Well, I don't claim to be the guru, but I do know that what worked for me can work for other people.
Oh,
So That's all I want to do is say, okay, if it worked for me, it can work for you.
Oh, absolutely. And Rita, before I forget, I love our conversations each week or every couple of weeks around. It's just really good education and information. How is it best for people to get a hold of you?
Well, if you're not a friend of mine, I mean, go ahead and look me up on Facebook. I'm Rena, Rena, Batt, Batt. And there's only one of me, I think. And then, oh, I just want to see. Anyway, then you've got simplyminerals.shop is a store that you can either buy there or you can email me, which is Rena Batt with the number 2 at Gmail. Or you can, well, that's about the best way to go. That's about the best way to go.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Well, and what I'll do is I'll put the information on here. And then just to let everybody know, she has a page called Simply Minerals, where she has information around this as well. And then I have a page I'm actually just starting up. It's kind of brand new, and it's called A Woman in Motion, My Journey to Better Health and Balance in Life. And I'm going to post this on both those pages. And actually, I'll send it to you, Rena, to share and post if you like to. I'll put it on YouTube too, because it's really important information. We need to get it out there so that people can become more alkaline.
Yeah, yeah. And you might title it, how things that, signs that you could be acidic. Signs that you could be acidic is a good
Oh,
way.
that's perfect. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, for sure. Well, listen, Rena Batt, thank you so much for your time again today. And I'll post the recording, like I said, and I'll put Rena's information up there, and I look forward to our future conversations.
Thank you, Liz.
Thanks.